chairman, who didn't like cilantro, accidentally discovered that the new country-made cilantro and beef dish was surprisingly delicious. The maid thought the butler would fire her, but the CEO suddenly stepped in and commented on the dish. The maid was stunned on the spot, as the chairman's remark was identical to one made by her late husband years ago. She then asked the chairman if he was from Qingshui village. The butler scolded the maid for prying into the chairman's privacy. The chairman quickly reprimanded the butler and told the maid that he wasn't from Qingshui village. This instantly dispelled the woman's ridiculous notion. After all, she had seen her husband drown in the river with her own eyes. How could he still be alive? When the woman returned to her room, the jealous butler poured a basin of water onto her bed and tore up the only family photo she had with her husband. When the chairman heard the commotion and rushed over, he was astonished to find that the man in the family photo was his younger self. It turned out that 10 years ago, they had a happy family. But the chairman had a younger brother who was addicted to gambling and often stole money from his sister-in-law's home to gamble. When the sister-in-law found out, he showed no fear and even forced her to lend him money. Luckily, the husband came home from working in the fields and drove him out with a broom. The son, knowing how hard his parents worked to earn money, urged his uncle not to steal from the family again. But the uncle refused to listen and even tried to snatch the birthday cake from the boy's hands. In the struggle, the boy accidentally fell into the river. When the parents arrived and saw their son in the river, the father jumped in without hesitation to save him. But the current was too strong, and both father and son quickly disappeared beneath the water. The mother cried out in heart-wrenching agony, feeling as though her world had collapsed. She believed her husband and son were dead. Looking at her infant daughter, still in swaddling clothes, she had no idea how she would survive. But for the sake of her daughter, she decided to keep going and support the family. Little did she know, her husband and son had not died. They were swept to a downstream village, where they were rescued by the villagers and their lives were saved. However, due to the strong current, both suffered brain injuries and lost their memories. 25 years passed in the blink of an eye. The woman made a living by hauling goods and raised her daughter on her own. One day, her daughter was about to start an internship at the largest company in the city. Coincidentally, the chairman of that company was the woman's long-lost husband. As he was leaving, the assistant received a call from a business partner and carelessly let go of the chairman's wheelchair, causing it to roll on its own. As the chairman found himself helpless, a woman suddenly stepped in from the roadside and stopped the wheelchair. After learning that the wheelchair's wheels were broken, she helped fix them. The assistant offered her $50,000 as a token of gratitude, but the woman refused, saying it was just a simple favor. Just as the woman was about to leave, the chairman called her back and handed her a business card, saying she could contact him if she ever needed anything. Having been driven out by her family, the woman was now homeless. With no other options, she called the chairman, asking if he could help her find a living job that provided food and shelter. It just so happened that the chairman was also in need of a caring maid, so he arranged for her to come to the villa as a maid. However, the butler, disliking the fact that the woman was from the countryside, deliberately removed the oil during the interview, hoping she would be unable to cook and would leave voluntarily. But the woman didn't give up. Instead, she used pork fat to make a dish of cilantro and stir-fried beef, which won her the job directly from the chairman. Out of jealousy, the butler tore up her family photo. Fortunately, the chairman arrived just in time to stop him and threw the wicked butler out. The chairman picked up the torn pieces of the family photo and was shocked to see that the man in the picture was his younger self. He immediately became curious about the maid's background.